Hi guys, Bob Otto here, physical therapist for Run Your Personal Best. Today we're going to be talking about the dreaded IT band. That iliotibial band that runs right along that lateral aspect of your leg. Inserts up at that pelvis and runs all the way down, tracking just below that knee. Iliotibial band, IT band, is more connective tissue than muscle or tendon, so it doesn't have that elastic property like your muscles or your tendons would, but the muscles surrounding it and that attached to that iliotibial band can certainly be stretched. When we do have pain with that iliotibial band, sometimes it is a frictioning type of pain that's often more just to the lateral knee, although there are lots of cases that I see where it's more up that entire thigh, including the hips and glutes. So those muscles that run adjacent to that IT band are the ones that often get fired up when we have that pain. Muscles that we're talking about are going to be the lateral quads. That vastus lateralis is that muscle. Muscle that IT band attaches to is called the tensor fascia lata, the TFL. And then often you get the glutes that are fired up as well. For me, it is always the right leg, and definitely with an uptick in volume with my mileage. So that is another overuse type of injury. So you want to be weary of that. High volume out of nowhere. It will kind of get on you. Also, when you're doing a lot of hill climbing on trails like I like, as well as the descents, those can get you too. So today we're going to go over some stretching and some self-mobilization, soft tissue mobilization that can help ease the pain. And then we'll go over a couple of key exercises that are always good. You'll hear me talk about strengthening the glutes a lot. So if you track back to my patellofemoral video, patellofemoral pain syndrome, there'll be a ton of exercises for the glutes. We'll go over a couple more today. All right. I do like soft tissue work before stretching. So let's go over a couple of those exercises that you can do for self-mobilization. Often keys, lacrosse ball, tennis ball would be a little less hard, so it might be a little more comfortable with the tennis ball compared to a lacrosse ball. But the muscles will hit lateral thigh, lateral quad, that TFL, and the glutes. Right away, the biggest one that always gets me is that lateral thigh. You're not gonna put that right over that IT band, which is most lateral, but you're almost gonna rock forward a little bit on it. With that, you find that hot spot that gets you on that lateral quad, and you can kind of sit on it, rock up and down. You can even bend that knee a little bit, and that'll get you a little bit more. So soft tissue work with mobilization. And you can usually do that until that pain kind of goes away a little bit. It will be something you get used to, but don't yard on it. Definitely, that no pain, no gain. I like to say throw it out the window. You'll have discomfort with it, but I don't want you pushing through some awful pain. From there, that TFL is a little bit higher, just under that pelvis. And again, situate that in a comfortable spot, or not so comfortable, depending on how you're feeling. And you can just kind of rotate that leg for a little mobilization with it. Or you can kind of, again, little circles, whatever feels best. And then even further, to get the glutes kind of a little more posterior there. Oh, that one usually gets me good. Again, some nice little circles until it feels a little better. There you go. All right. So, another tool that you can use for some self-mobilization. Some people won't advise on the foam roller, but as long as, again, you're not going right over that IT band, I do like the foam roller for that vastus lateralis, that lateral quad. And it's going to look something where you're a little more forward on it. And again, find that hot spot. Make sure you're not too lateral. And again, till it feels a little bit more comfortable. And they have all sorts of different densities as far as these foam rollers. So again, you can start with something soft and work up from there. And then another fun toy, you can use anything from one of those stick rollers, you know, even a rolling pin if you got one at home, if you're a baker. And again, more anterior lateral, not like right over that IT band, but right on over. Alright, and that you can kind of gauge how much pressure you put through there, depending on comfort again. And I sometimes like it, you know, kind of kneeling like this, back on your heels, and then you can work on like a little different angle with that quad, so it's not as tight. So now that we got some of the soft tissue work out of the way, favorite stretch. You can use like a pad or a pillow on the floor just for your other knee. And it's a lunge. Okay? You want to keep your hips kind of square, don't kind of open up, but you'll stretch out that quad again. And with the stretching, you can hold a good 20 to 30 seconds and maybe do 3 to 5 of them. And if this is not as much a stretch for you, again, you can find like a good comfortable angle with that knee. Whoop. There you go. And stretch that way too. Come. All right. So we have a little soft tissue work before stretching, and then we'll go over. Let's go over 2 different strengthening exercises, all for the glutes. New stuff compared to that other video that I was talking about, my patellofemoral pain syndrome video. You have keeping your hips stacked and your toes pointing forward, and good alignment all the way down your body. You can do some side leg raises. Now again, if these are painful, you don't want to push through pain. Some of the strengthening exercises, you might just not be ready for it yet, which is fine. Could do a good 3 sets of 10 with those, 2 sets of 15, something like that. And one of my favorites are the planks, side planks. With the side planks, again, if I'm working that right side again, right side's going to be down this time. And side planks. Again, good alignment all the way straight down, hips stacked. And lift. And this could be something you hold for a good 30 seconds to start, even 20 seconds. And work your way up, maybe to about a minute, 2 minutes tops. Arms up for a little stability too. And if this is too much, way to modify it would be bent knees on up. All right, and again, good alignment, shoulders, hips, knees. And you can hold it for the same kind of count. All right. Again, when things are acute, big thing you want to do is drop your mileage a bit with running, as much as comfort allows for. I don't like telling my runners to absolutely refrain from any running, but sometimes even, running half a mile into a run, it can really hamper you. Versus if it's something that gets you after 5 or 10 miles, you might drop that mileage back a little bit, control your environment so it's not too hilly. And those are the key variables that you can tweak. And again, if it's acute, you're going to be doing the soft tissue and the stretching as far as place to start. And then after that, you can start to add the strengthening stuff, because that's going to be key to kind of offload that IT band. All right. Hope that was helpful. And again, Bob Otto here for Run Your Personal Best.